Now our next story started something like this, a teen like you watching TV. But what this teen saw touched her so much she chose to get involved. And the results not only changed the lives of other young people, but changed her life as well. Jessica Kumari has the story.
The 42nd President of the United States of America, Mr. Bill Clinton.
It's not every day a former president visits your high school. But what if the president was there for you?
I'd like to ask Kendall Ciesmeyer to come up here on stage with me a minute. Please give her a hand.
And it didn't end there for 16-year-old Kendall Ciesmeyer. President Clinton's real surprise was whisking her away to be on the Oprah Winfrey Show. So how did Kendall become a guest here? Well, she started out like most people, as a viewer.
Oprah went to Africa, and she went into these kids' homes. And she showed how kids that were my age, around, I was 11 at the time, so around that age, were taking care of their younger brothers and sisters because both of their parents had died of AIDS.
Unlike most people, Kendall took action.
Immediately that night, I went upstairs and I searched for a way to help. And so I typed into Google, like, AIDS orphans in Africa.
Kendall found an organization online called World Vision that allowed her to adopt an African orphan.
I got a letter back from the girl that I was sponsoring, and she was in second grade for the first time. And her whole life had basically changed. Like, she'd never been to school, was learning how to read and write and add. And I was like, wow, my one action changed this girl's life.
Kendall wanted to do more, so she enlisted the help of her friends and eventually started her own organization, Kids Caring for Kids.
We've sponsored, 8 different projects in Africa, a feeding program in Zambia, drilling wells in Zambia, providing bikes to kids, to schoolgirls who, walk 10 miles to school.
You are the shining light.
And that's why, during Kendall's Oprah appearance, Mr. Clinton announced one of his friends was donating $500,000 to Kids Caring for Kids.
Why do you think you're the sort of person who decided to do something? A lot of people, they'd watch Oprah and be like, oh, I feel really bad for those kids, but not start an organization that's raised $750,000. What is it about you that made you do it?
Probably because of the, hardships I've faced in my life, that I have a lot of empathy for people.
Kendall was born with a rare liver disease.
I've had 5 major surgeries, including 2 transplants. I go to lots of doctor's appointments, have lots of tests. It's just part of my life, but it definitely is hard.
Giving to others, Kendall says, helps her cope with her own personal struggle, but it's also improved her school life.
Middle school and high school is a really hard age. People are trying to find their place. There's a lot of gossip, a lot of backstabbing. It's just all people being insecure. I feel like if people can find their purpose and their self-worth, they don't, it's hard, it's easier to deal with those things. Giving to others makes you feel better.
And that's why she's made it easy for anyone to join.
So with this kit, you're able to start your own franchise. Anyone can start their own franchise of Kids Caring for Kids.
Right.
A free kit that gives people a week-by-week instruction guide on how to become part of Kids Caring for Kids or start your own charity organization.
This is one of our mottos, that it doesn't take a lot to make a difference. And in Africa, $10 buys a school uniform. You can't go to school without a uniform in Africa, but once you have that uniform, you can go to school for as long as you can fit that uniform.
Jessica Kumari, Channel One News.
Want to check out Kendall's how-to kit? We'll link you up over at channel1.com. And that's our show for this Monday. I'm Justin Finch, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.